faces, prolong the embraces. We were always one for the breakaway, but we're nearing chances to wake the day. They're calling you over, the methods are bolder. We're lost in the time now, reminding ourselves how we were always one for the breakaway, but we're nearing chances to wake the day.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we are finally ready to take this awesome Masters match here between Veneration and Flipside on. It's going to be quite a good one. My co-caster this evening, as per usual, one of the great analysts, and if not the best analyst in South Africa, Mr. Extremes. Are you there?
Gee, I'm blushing, bro. Wow, I am here, and with that really warm introduction, I just don't know what to say. I think you should have bought me a drink first.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But anyway, so welcome, guys. This is going to be quite an interesting one. Game this evening is between Flipside and Veneration, both two really good teams in the Masters. And well, let's start discussing Team Flipside. I think that's a good starting point for the two of us.
Yeah, we actually casted Flipside's game last week, Sunday, I think it was as well. I forget the days of the week now, all of a sudden. But yeah, I think they won, was it 2-0 over WRG?
Yes, correct, yeah.
Yeah, they actually had a pretty good performance. They played Nuke, which was quite interesting to see. Really unusual seeing a team putting out Nuke on so early in the map sort of cycle into the rotation. And actually, I mean, it was pretty evident from watching it that neither team really knew any smokes or executes, but Flipside just definitely had a skill advantage there and were able to easily, in the end, beat out the guys from WG. And yeah, good performances from the likes of Conspiracy. He again played really well against Bravado previously when they beat Bravado a couple of weeks ago. Avon also has an entry really hitting his shots and Zip with that AWP.
Yeah.
Just doing what Zip does, which is pinning people to the wall long range.
Oh well, let's have a quick discussion here, just on the teams, of course, and the individual players. Yeah, I think talking about the likes of Kron, that's the new addition to the team. He's definitely brought in the experience along with Krios here for Flipside, and obviously Avon, the youngster, joining the side as well, and Conspiracy, coming from the COD scene, two really good fraggers, and Zip that's been there from the beginning. I mean, it's quite a good combination, and I think also from Zip's point of view, moving into that AWP position is also quite a good one to see, because I mean, he's generally not an AWP player. I think their previous AWPer was Dave, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, Zip is a very competent AWPer. I mean, we might see something different tonight. Teams always swap things out. I mean, that's based on what we last saw of them. But yeah, definitely Kron and Krios coming in. A lot of experience, played in a lot of top teams together. Kron also being his new caller for Flipside, so I think that's changed things up a little bit. And just kind of giving them a different sort of view on, maybe how to play the T sides, and not sure how that's affected their CT sides because we haven't really seen them on enough maps. But they're definitely looking pretty dynamic and pretty aggressive on that T side. And I think they've made a significant step up since the previous leg of Masters.
Yep. Anyway, guys, just quickly sorting out just a few little minor things here on our side. We do apologize in advance if Extreme sounds a little bit like a robot. I don't think it's not really that much compared to obviously in the past and all that, but still, I mean, just letting you guys know that we are experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties with the line this evening, but I think we can bring this game to you guys pretty much, hopefully, lag free.
Yeah, let's hope so. And of course, we just got a great pains to mention for our glorious sponsors, our supreme overlords, our glorious leaders. Telkom, this is not a Telkom line we're using, so that's why we have issues. If we had a Telkom line, we'd be just fine.
Yep. Well, anyway, knife round here. I think the map selection is going to be quite interesting here. I don't think Nuke is going to feature, let's be honest. But let's have a...
I expect VNR to ban it out, considering Flipside actually chose it last week and won on it. I'm sure they wouldn't want to play it, but you never know, eh?
Well, look, I mean, they've got the likes of Nod and Cruz playing in the team, and those are obviously guys that, in my opinion, have got a vast amount of experience on the old Nuke. But like that being said, let's chat a little quick bit about the VNR side. Obviously Nod, Shaz, and then of course Cruz. Now Kempachi's playing this time, so I'm thinking he's going to have a little bit more of an impact for the team than what the stand-in did the last one. I think that was Dog, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, for sure. Doggy was on the previous lineup. Now he's just a stand-in. I see actually, if removing Nuke and Cobble coming out, they are being removed by the VNR side. So what we actually left with is Cash, Mirage, and Overpass are going to be our maps.
Yeah, Cash definitely one of the good ones, actually.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. Cache is a map that's can be a little random at times because it's a very aim heavy sort of map. I mean, it has good sort of angles that gives you some peekers advantage, and just the way the map's set up with that mid, it's kind of similar to Dust 2 in a lot of ways. So more you can do more sort of complicated executes on Cache than you can on Dust 2, but it's still a map that's sort of Fragger's paradise. So if depending on who's actually coming with the biggest sort of fragging performance is actually going to win this map. I think it's a bit weird to say because often people say, well, we fragged hard, therefore we won the map, or they fragged hard and we lost. They were hitting their shots or whatever, but in this map's case, it really is that. I think mid dominance on this map is key. Definitely makes a huge difference. And I mean, if you get that mid dominance as a T side or as a CT side, then you're setting yourself up to actually get those kills and possibly win the rounds. I would favor Flipside, yeah, because I do think that they've been looking really good the last couple of weeks. I just think on the VNR side, on the other hand, last week we saw them with 2 stand-ins. So we don't really know what to expect with them with the new lineup with Shaz in it.
Yeah.
And also, I think Cruz wasn't in the previous leg either.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He's a new addition. Him, Nod, and Shaz are actually the new additions to the squad. Now, Shaz obviously bringing a little bit of experience from her Team Karma days, of course. And then you've got, Cruz, Craig, who's been playing CS for a very long time. Same with Nod. Played in Energy, played in, like, really a big amount of, top teams. So, yeah, look, I mean, from an aim duel perspective, I do just flat out believe, and I agree with you 100%. Flipside have got the aim advantage here, and I think that's going to pose a big problem here for VNR as well.
Definitely. I also think on the flip side, because we said that last week, and it's a tradition that we shall uphold, the flip side.
The Flipside side, yeah.
Yes. On the F3 side, I also do believe in the in-game leading at Crown, the guy's got a lot of experience. He knows what he's doing, and if anyone's going to be the kind of guy that actually come into the team and make a big difference and actually set them up for success, it is a guy like Ron. And of course, him and Krios were just with WOG and things didn't work out so well there, but I don't really see that as being their fault. I think it's more that they were in quite an inexperienced lineup, and 2 players can make a huge difference, but it's always about synergy. And I mean, what we've seen from Flipside in recent games is immediate synergy despite the lineup not being together for that long.
Yep. Well, it's yeah, that's look, I mean, there's not much I can actually comment on that, to be honest, because I mean, both sides really just they're both kind of new. So the Flipside team obviously have been playing together for a little bit longer, but there's also a new combination, but they just seem to be gelling a lot better than what the Veneration guys are at the moment. Now look, I mean, with the likes of Kempachi is a player that also has a phenomenal skill and can add a lot of value to the team as well. But that being said, it's gonna be tough to call, actually. I still do think, and I agree with you on this one, Flipside do have the advantage, but well, coming into the next map where you've got the likes of Mirage, I mean, which is a little bit more strat intensive than actual aim duels, I think that could obviously change things up as well.
And Mirage is VNR's pick, correct?
I think so, yes. Well, we didn't see the result of that knife round. I wasn't too sure. Let me just confirm quickly, but I think Mirage was VNR's pick. But we got some issues here with players with loss at the moment, so
hopefully they can sort themselves out. One day we'll also have a proper map veto sort of procedure going eventually. But for now, we cast the traditional way, the old school way, with a steam-powered machine. It's literally steam-powered as well as with Steam installed on it, and actually the frame rate's looking pretty good. I think it's going to be a good stream. But if we come back to the actual teams, we look at VNR. I think what the guy is going to be really key is actually Cruz. Cruz, I think, has a lot of responsibility on him in terms of, I think he's probably going to be the AWP here. So,
yeah,
in Zip, he's going to have to win those aim deals and actually put his team in advantageous positions. I think he also has a bit of a calling role as well. So, I'm not sure that he's the main caller, but he might be the mid-round caller. But, the guy definitely has a lot of past experience, and I think he's going to be be the key player here. And of course, Kempachi, as you mentioned as well, he actually comes from TCR Rain actually that was at DGC last year. And funny enough, the team that I previously played in, we scrimmed a lot against TCR, met them the whole time in RNA and Telcom, sort of played them the whole way, and played against Kempachi and the guys from TCR quite a bit. And the Kempachi he was one of the sort of linchpin players, especially on the CT side, actually locking down the sites and just being sort of entrusted to hit pretty crazy shots and bring other players down. So I would expect a lot from him. I don't know how well he's gelling into this lineup, but he's the kind of player that can make a big difference if he's on form. So let's hope that he is.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing as well. I just got confirmation now. Cash is actually VNR's pick, so interesting. And then of course Mirage will be for Flipside. Now Flipside's Mirage is pretty strong. If I'm not mistaken, that was one of the maps we covered, or was it actually Cobble? I can't remember. But still, yeah. Look, I mean, it's gonna be tough, even though it is VNR's map, Cash. If the success rate for the likes of Flipside's not very high, then that could, like on Cash, then that could be in favor here basically for the VNR team. But right, so it looks like we might be going live here. Although they are still having issues with loss, they're going to confirm obviously during the first round if it actually
They're actually not live at the moment, so
yeah.
I think they just want to check how everything's going. Of course, if there's crazy headshots coming in, maybe one team might decide that it is live after all. Who knows?
No, at the moment it's not live. Looks like. Oh well, some of the players are saying they've got 0 loss net. Then you got the likes. Not in them with 40 odd. Not really fair, is it?
Yeah, well, they're gonna try to sort it out. So let's also talk a little bit more about this VNR lineup as well. This is actually their pick. So quite interesting, they pick Cash against Flipside, because as we were just saying, Flipside would be the favorite team in terms of raw sort of aim skill, and it's the kind of map that I would have maybe thought VNR would ban out against them, but they must feel that they've got some kind of tactical edge on this map. Probably going to have to also switch servers, it seems, because unfortunately the players are still suffering lots of loss.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be switching to another DGL server, so it seems like these servers are a little bit funky at the moment. But look, I mean, it's fine. They've got themselves a backup server. We just have to connect into GoTV, of course, and hopefully that'll actually be a little bit better. So from our side, hopefully we'll start soon. I'm just going to quickly connect into the server. We'll see. I mean, look, I mean, obviously Cash is going to be the first map here, so Mirage, that last one, I hope we actually do see it, is Overpass. Still one of my favorite maps of like all time. I've actually grown like such a liking to that map, specifically playing on it. But competitively, I'm a little bit sad that Inferno is actually out and replaced by Nuke, but then I'm also happy because Nuke's back in. So I don't know. That's
I think
mixed
Nuke
minds.
does need some adjustment. Definitely, it's a little bit too T-sided right now. Like especially that main sort of warehouse area as an AWPer, they can see your feet before you can see them if they're on top of the silos. I mean, you're literally in like a no chance sort of situation. And that's never good. That's a little bit artificial, I think. I do think Inferno did need some adjustment for sure. Inferno, as a map, I think it's a little cluttered on A side, especially, like some of those view lines, especially towards truck. If you're standing there in the pit and looking through that gap, you're like almost invisible to terrorists unless the guy's got his digital vibrance on 150%. So, it needed some cleaning up for sure. And I also think maybe Banana needed to be a bit wider, maybe remove those pillars just to kind of make it a little bit easier for terrorists to actually get in there. But that aside, the maps that we have, Nuke, I think we're just going to see Nuke being repeatedly banned by most teams. I mean, we were very surprised to see Nuke last week, being picked by Flipside. So I'm actually kind of glad that it's not in there right now because I think the teams do need to work on their sort of theory craft for now. Probably watch Anders' video as well, from
Yeah.
Room on Fire, his theory craft video on Nuke and some other sources and actually learn some sort of smoke executes and strategies because the way it is right now, I think it's going to be like what we saw last week where it'd just be really puggy for the reason that the guys aren't familiar with it.
Yeah.
But with the maps that we got here, Cache is a map that everybody plays. Mirage, everybody plays it as well, and Overpass, of course. Interesting in terms of the actual map picks. Quite glad that we're not going to have Dust actually, because
Yeah.
it seems South Africa we like to pick Dust a lot. So I'm really happy to see Overpass and Mirage in there.
It's kind of natural for a lot of teams to, kind of pick Dust. I think it's just a given. But
Guys are quite familiar with it. So question, do you know about Weezer?
about? Oh, Wessa.
WESA.
Or Weezer. Look, I mean, Thorin just recently actually did a video on Weezer as well, but I think that's a discussion we can maybe have at the half between the two maps, hopefully. What I actually want to discuss here is specifically the VNR side, the potential roles these players will play. When we were kind of doing a little theory crafting of teams on our own earlier, and what I've basically come up with here, and please, if you guys are viewing, please correct me.
You're definitely wrong. I'm just jumping in there right now.
No, can't be wrong. Can't be wrong. So Cruz is the AWPer. So Cruz is the AWPer.
Live, actually, so we're gonna have to cut this short.
Oh, damn it, man. I really wanted to actually go into the whole analytical side about these players and actually like what roles they play. But Cruz AWPer, not entry. We got Kempachi or Bollocks going entry, Shaz support, and then the other one would be obviously a support player as well. But I can definitely tell you the IGL is probably going to be primarily Cruz, maybe a combination of Nod chipping in there because of their experience. And then, of course, VNR T-side strip, and they're moving it in towards the A side. Quite a bit of a battle happening here on the main on A. And nice little start here for Nod as well, coming right in there with Cruz, getting the frag shot in. Bomb will go down. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is live. Telco Masters match between Flipside and VNR.
The Flipside boys actually bringing it back nicely into 3-on-3, but we're going to see some close confrontation now, and headshots raining in.
Oh, looks like Cruz didn't get the shot off there. Zipzip lost one left. Oh, he gets himself two. He's going to go for the third. Let's see if he can get it right. Shaz around the corner, and she holds him down. And VNR pick up the first round. Yeah, good little play. Wow, that was cool.
One of the few times when burst fire really does work is really, really close up. And Shaz actually just digging a team out of a bit of a hole there because two quick frags going back to Flipside, and it nearly looked lost, and she just brought it back for them right at the end. But yeah, it was just raining headshots on that side. So now we see 4 MAC-10s actually coming out from the VNR side, along with a Bison, which is a very odd thing to buy, and a full save on the F3 side.
Oh, we see Kempachi dueling it out on the mid side there, not really getting the hit in, but we see two quick frags for Nod as he walks in with the support from Bollocks, and the A side is open here for VNR. Bomb will go down, and it should be pretty simple for the rest of the round here, as they've still got all their guns. Haven't dropped a single one yet.
The world's saddest long-range battle between MAC-10s and Glocks, unfortunately. But yeah, just quick clean up there, farming some money on the side of VNR, and all got good money. It looks like they're actually going to hold on to these MAC-10s, which could be a bit risky because there's a bit of a surprise buy coming out of F3 here. Full Famises on their side. So if they get favorable aim deals, I actually expect VNR to get absolutely cut down here.
Yeah, good call from Kron actually on that one, with the full FAMAS and a bit of utility coming out here. Bomb moving in towards the B side area, 2 on the decoy moving in towards A, and that will be Nod and Co moving in towards the A side very rapidly, forcing the rotation. Oh, he didn't spot his man, and gets taken down. Conspiracy picking up the frag, the rotation coming in from Kron here at the moment. And, well, a little bit of a back off now. Shaz playing on the squeaky side area. She's trying to keep them at bay, but goes down to Zip. And right now, I don't think it's really panning out for them because they did not expect the surprise buy. Now they're not sure what to do. Probably see them moving in towards that B-side area shortly here. We've got Bollocks and Cruz just waiting in. And they've got Kempachi joining them as well from the mid-side area. They're going to have to be very quick here. 1 minute on the clock. And already the rotation in effect. We've got Kron also just backing up his teammate in that B-side area. Here we go, a lot of flashes coming in and smoke grenades. A little bit of a spray down from Kron at the moment, and we see Bollocks now moving in with that Mac-10 and going for the shot. He gets himself one, but the lockdown is good for the F3 side. 3-on-1, and losing 2 guns, not the end of the world, but still quite an expensive one maybe.
Yeah, well, it could have potentially gone really badly for them because if, for instance, VNR had rushed them through smoke or something and, actually put themselves into a close range engagement, losing that round would have put them in probably a double save, maybe even a triple save. It would have been that bad. I think they made the right decision. They played their angles correctly and they actually played at long range, which worked to the advantage of their weapons. But actually, Bollocks with I don't know, was it a misbuy? But he's got a Zornov on cap.
Zornov. First time I've ever seen a Zornov being purchased on this map in particular. Maybe cobbled a little bit for their drop, but otherwise.
JW, yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise, I don't think there's any sort of value with the Zornov right now. A little bit of a battle on the mid-side area there. We see again Shaz moving in towards that squeaky side, obviously trying to force a bit of a rotate right now. We see Conspiracy with a cheeky little boost, gets the frag shot on Nod, so he's out of the picture. Kempachi also picking up the grenade kill. Nice little molly here from Krios as well. We'll keep him in the sight. He's going to defend it off as we do see a little bit of a rotation coming in there, I believe, from Zip Zip. Just kind of backing it off. That bomb now. Entirely sure what they're actually doing. It looks like that bomb might actually move towards the B side, but it's a very interesting predicament that they're in. As we can see,
little door close there from Zip Zip, actually just cutting off the player in Squeaky.
Yep.
So 40 seconds to go. They're actually moving this bomb through A main and looking to find possibly an easy kill. And yes, they get it. So the breach is going to come in now.
Yeah, nice little frag there from Cruz, and now they move into the side. He picks up 2. He's got the bomb. He needs to get over to the other side before getting picked off. Look at Kempachi coming in from the mid-side area here. He might be able to get the frag. He does, and he's going to go for the second. Gets taken down, but the support from Bollocks is there, and there we go. VNR are back on track. Nice little play from them.
Yeah, the AK is reigning supreme over the FAMASs there, and F3 now in the nightmare situation. That could have happened to them in the previous round, but it happens to them now. They at least have to save for one round, yeah, and try to equalize the economy a little bit, because unfortunately against those AKs, then, where they had the range advantage versus the MAC-10, unfortunately that happens with AK versus FAMAS as well. The AK is just superior, and that flank, I think, especially from Kempachi, actually proving pretty decisive there.
Oh, beautiful flank there from him. It has forced F3 into an eco, yes, so it is their map. Oh, look at Krios there. Gets himself a quick pick with 5-7. Although, that's not too problematic, a little bit problematic. He's picked up the AK as well.
Well, he's got armor. You never know what he could do with it.
Yeah, that's also the one thing I noticed. That's why I said it could be problematic. Oh, but there we go. Nod on par with that AK-47, taking down Kron on the mid-side. Here we go. A little bit of B-side play coming in here from VNR. Although, good response here from Flipside, coming in with 2 quick frags in their name, and now it's a 2-on-2 right now. Kempachi moving in and Co moving in. Cruz specifically. Nice little play here from Kempachi, managing to get the guy down in checkers, and he's moving back now in towards the side. He needs to get the bomb down.
Is he going to push the smoke? I think he has got in.
Oh. Look at this. Oh, he gets away there with a quick frag, and VNR, well, expensive round for them. They got the bomb down.
Yeah, so the question now for F3 is, are they going to actually buy here? Because, I mean, the money's pretty weak on a couple of the players. They should really look to save another one, but it looks like they're actually going to buy. I guess they're feeling confident. And rightly so. I mean, they're undefeated this season, top of the log at the moment. So let's see if they can make it work for themselves. Not a huge amount of utility and a couple of FAMASs on them, but not the end of the world. As long as things go their way with the aim duels, they can definitely still take this round.
Well, look, I think if VNR keep their composure and their momentum going forward, that's going to cause a little bit of an upset for Flipside here. But they've got quite enough rifles right now, bit of utility, so it should be alright for them.
Zip Zip actually on 21 HP, so clever nets coming through there.
Oh, nice little spam, cheeky spam from Kron there, taking down Kempachi. Good exchange from Bollocks.
There and actually getting traded.
Oh, look at this. Nice little play here, and we'll see Nod also exchanging. Quite a number of exchanges. Once again, Flipside picks up and are the better team in this sort of instance right now with 3 against 2.
They're seemingly committed to the site now, obviously 3v2, so gonna need to find this first kill and not able to.
Krios and Conspiracy locking down the retake. Very good there for them. Well, the semi-retake. Bomb wasn't actually down, but still 2-4 right now. F3 bounced back in a good way. Still a little bit of economy left on Vienna's side. Not really, actually. It's only
Only
Kempachi.
6.5 on one player, so unless he drops Tech9's very one, which it seems like he might be doing, they're just gonna have to look at a little bit of a quasi-buy just to try to equalize the money.
Well, we see 2 AKs now on the side of F3.
Actually, fast action towards B here. Let's see if they actually decide to run in. What's the score? 4-2 in favor of Vienna, and this is their map pick on cash. They just looking to say maybe get a bomb plant here. That would be a victory for them, I think.
Well, let's wait and see. We see a couple of flashes going into the woods that site right now as they prepare to move in towards B side. A little bit of a drop here from Vence. Nice little takeout here for VNR. We see Nod coming around the corner, picks up another one and picks up a gun there for himself. Same with Kempachi. And a good little breach here from VNR. Let's see if they can keep it.
Vence, is it? No, okay.
The retake looking pretty good right now. Zipzip picks up a quick 2K and all of a sudden it's back in favor for F3 because they got the gunpowder right now. We see Krios coming in towards from the CT spawn side. He's going to be able to support very well, spamming through his player and gets the frag. And a nice little retake here from F3. Score will be 3-4 now.
Excellent retake there from F3. What's quite interesting to see is even while the VNR guys were actually breaching that site, F3 seemed pretty convinced that it was going to be A because they had 3 players stacked on A. So the fact that they had 3 players stacked on A at least meant that they had those 3 players available to actually go for the retake. And the armor, I think, proving decisive because only, I think, 2 of the players on VNR side actually had armor.
Interesting. Well, we see the buy-up come out now from VNR, so they did pretty well there on the eco round, managing to get the bomb down and quite a number of guns, but they just couldn't see it through. 2 guys on the mid side. Kempachi's going to get busy. Gets the 1 frag, actually, there on Zip. And all of a sudden, it's quite a flurry of exchanges right now. Good little play from Krios here. Can he pick up the 3rd? Oh, he moves away and gets taken down by Cruz, who equalizes it out 2 apiece right now, although he's quite low in the HP. 1 player in A, 1 player in B right now. Shaz playing door side once again. She's kind of just posted there the entire game. She's not really kind of doing much more than that. But obviously because Cruz is around the corner, he is moving in towards A main right now. So he's going to try and see if he can get himself a pick here and maybe... but they need to be very wary of Avon. Avon actually really featuring that much at the moment here for Flipside, although it's early time. Or early days. Here he comes in right now, gets the 1 frag and a nice little step from Conspiracy there. 4-4.
Yeah, the flash actually working out really great for them. And yeah, first time that Flipside want looking to be back in it. And I think we'll see a save coming out from the side of VNR. Maybe they could even look going like Tech9 arm or something if they want to bring their money down to about 2,000. But no, actually erring on the side of economic control. And that's sometimes a good thing. And Zip coming out with York for the first time this match. And he's also leading on the frags for his team, 10-7.
Oh, he's playing the B side with the AWP, which is maybe the safer option, in my opinion. I think that mid side is always quite crazy when it comes to cash. No one really kind of moving in towards the B side, so I think he's kind of safe there. A little bit of a battle out here at the moment from Shaz with the Deagle coming, deciding to go A main instead, and not trying to go squeaky, getting taken down there by Krios. It is an eco round here, or kind of a more quasi-buy actually for VNR. A nice little exchange here. Cruz coming in with a P250, gets himself another one. Well, actually, that's his first one. Trying to pick up the other one. He gets taken down. Nice little play there from Krios. Kron also with the support. All of a sudden, it's advantage F3, but they have lost 2 guns.
Yeah, it's quite an economically expensive round for them. They want to look to not lose anything against Shaz with only 7 HP on it. But still got a deagle, it's dangerous, but the dangerousness is stopped by Zips with a headshot.
Yeah, no,
So
he's pretty on par with it.
Yeah, very on point today. And actually Krios there with that spray down, equalizing on the kills on flip side. Also on 11 now, sharing it with Zip and Avon only on 1, down at the bottom and lonely.
He might be lonely, but I'm thinking he's actually playing his role, you know, getting the nades in on the retake, etc. Probably just playing the...
Mid control actually coming in, yeah?
Oh, they've pushed it quite hard, the CT side. And you can see Avon just in the right spot. Oh, does he line it up? No, he doesn't. And quite a number of frags all over the place, but it is favorable for VNR, yeah? Well, no, sorry. F3, they've actually taken more in that onslaught. And all of a sudden, it's up to Nod and Cruz, the two most experienced players in this VNR squad. Have to make it work. One with the M4, the other one with the AK.
A double AWP setup also on the side of F3 in this round, and so far not really featuring it. It's just the spray down there from the riflers.
Oh, well, we see Zip kind of parking still on that B side, just kind of taking control, making sure no one's going to pop through there. He needs to be careful though of Cruz, and then of course Conspiracy sitting way back, giving them the mid side, which is really uncharacteristic for a South African team.
Well, I think it's a good idea to kind of keep the the engagement far away, because they've got the AWPs. They don't want to be in a situation where they actually have to play for a retake, because if they're in that situation, those AWPs aren't going to be much help.
Oh, we see Kron now, of course, battling it out there from A side towards Highway. He gets himself one frag, and he might potentially be burnt out here. No, it looks like he's still going to be alright. Cruz, the last one left here, only on 43 HP, just sitting on Highway, trying to move in towards the A bomb side, but he needs to be careful on the likes of Conspiracy, but Kron will take care of him. And 6-4 here, F3 are increasing their lead.
Yeah, taking control after an early lead pulled out by VNR, just bringing it back, and actually Money's still not in a super great position for Flipside, so if they were to lose a round now, the only guy I'd really have bucks would be Zip. But we see another sort of quasi coming in from VNR, just deagles on all of them except for Cruz, and arm on only 2 players.
Oh, look, I mean, interesting this quasi. I would have gone for full eco right now. I mean, I know they've got 4 rounds up on the T side, but if I'm not mistaken, this is in some cases a more of a T side based map.
Usually it is.
Specifically in the SA scene.
Internationally too. I mean, the meta does sort of swing back and forth on maps, but this one you'd still say is it's a pretty 50-50 map actually, which I think isn't too bad. Have you seen a AWP come out on the side of VNR? Because I don't think I have.
Not yet, no. And the person I would expect to pick up the AWP would be Cruz, but doesn't look like he's actually doing that. Nice little shot there from Zip on Nod on the door side. He's just got his pointed there and waiting. And interesting for him from moving from B to A now. Going to take care of the guy in A-man as well. Very, very quick there. A little bit of a battle happening here on B side. Avon taking up the AWP in this case, moving in towards the back side, and does get taken down by Bollocks. One will go down here. Let's see if we see a little bit of a clutch here. Oh, there we go. A little bit of a deagle play from Bollocks. And Cruz has picked up the AWP, so let's see if he can get it right. Needs to be ultra careful right now. Bollocks is still alive, so that will help him out. Gets one frag on Zip. He's under a lot of pressure. Kron coming in, getting the frag on him. And Bollocks now the last one left. Ooh, look at this, a 101. Can he keep him? Can he keep that clock ticking? Oh, almost. And Kron beats him to it and will defuse the bomb there. Nice little cheeky play from VNR on that quasi. Managed to get it right, actually.
Yeah, very close. I think it came a lot closer than Flipside would have liked, especially for the economic side, but still able to bring out the full weapons for now. And we're going to actually see an AWP on Cruz, so I guess he was listening to us. And of course on Cash with the sort of long angles down mid through A main, it's actually a great map for T-side AWPing, and good to see him bringing it out. Hopefully he can get some early picks for his team and open up some sites.
His positioning is quite interesting. He's very defensive right now. Kind of anticipating some form of boost there, but I don't think that's really going to happen. Zip now watching the B-bomb site. So obviously the likes of Kempachi needs to be quite careful moving around that corner. Going to see if Zip will just bang him one in the face. He has backed off right now. Bomb is kind of moving in towards the A-side area. Krios, very aggressive right now with an AWP as well. So interesting that he's picked it up.
That could have just been down to spawn or something like that, maybe feeling confident with it. Actually, they're not going to be expecting him, yeah, so see if it works out for him.
Now we can see a bit of a battle here. Nice little pick off from Nod. Kron with the exchange. Nod going in again, picks up the 2K, and he's going to try and perhaps take a third up against Conspiracy. No, looks like Conspiracy's got the better on top of him, but Kimpachi then trades off very well. Krios coming in from A-main, misses the shot, goes down to Shaz, and that is what VNR needed. Just that little bit of luck, I would say. Because, I mean, to be quite frankly honest, if he did hit the shot there, that would have been a lot of problems for VNR on that bomb site.
Definitely. Well, retake now with the AWP, so he's going to really have to hit a shot. And wow, I actually tried to go for the wallbang, nearly comes off.
Zip coming in now. Let's see if he can get it right. He needs to try and go for another wallbang. He's coming in quite close proximity, and no one is aware. Shaz just like a ninja, sitting behind, waiting for him. Oh, he gets the shot on Kimpachi. Now all of a sudden she's waiting it out. There, she gets the pick off. Very clever. We'll pick up the AWP there for Cruz as well. And, well, 7-5.
Interesting that she didn't actually go for the face when the player in main, Kimpachi, I think it was going for the face. It would have made sense for them to sort of peek at the same time. But yeah, it could have gone horribly wrong, but thankfully it didn't go horribly wrong. And Flipside actually on a save now, just bringing out some upgraded pistols. 7-5 for still in their favor, but anything's possible. Still early days.
Yeah, look, I mean, with 5 rounds up as T-side, it's not the end of the world. You can see a little bit of a battle here. Nice little spray down from Shaz as she picks up a 2K there, and she has to be careful of Zip. She spotted him, so she's going to try and go for the 3K. Let's see if she can get it right. Yeah, there we go. She gets the 3K and walks right into Karan, who takes her down.
Reloading.
Well, it's a bit unfortunate, but she's done the job. She's taken out 3, and that's exactly what VNR wanted. Just one of the players taking them out quick and easy. So there's no eco upset, and this anti-eco buy just working out for them. Although there's Kron, and he's quite a monster when it comes to the F3 side. He can clutch, definitely. But there we go, 7-6.
Aim punch just getting the better of him there, even though he possibly got the better of that encounter. And actually famous on a couple of players. The money not looking too great on the flip side again, and also some limited utility. So let's see if VNR can push home their advantage in the last few rounds and actually equalize here.
Going to be tough for them. Likelihood of Flipside, taking another round is very good. They've got the skills to do it. Individual play, and here we go. Shaz coming in towards the door side and gets the frag on Krios. Over-aggressive play there, not really working in his favor. Kind of gave himself away by throwing in that nade. He should have just popped in and gone for the shot, rather. But,
well, I've done it a couple of times now, so I think Shaz is maybe
learned.
Trying to sort of be ready for it.
Oh, look at that. Bollocks as well, trading off 1. Still no response right now from F3. Only 3 guys left. Oh, they still got rifles. We've got an AWP in the hands of Zip, and he is sitting in that car side area. Although Cruz, I think he's aware that something's going to go down. He's got the bomb right now. Avon also doing well. Nod with an AWP. Zip coming in close. But nice little positioning here from Shaz as she tries to engage with Zip with the AWP. We'll see Nod come around with that P250 and take him down and equalize the score 7 apiece.
Yeah, so actually it's changed quite a bit. It's been quite an up and down battle here. And interestingly, when you look at the way both of these teams are playing, they really seem to be playing a sort of a trade-based game. They're not really doing anything too crazy in terms of setups. They're just going into sites and having it out, but looking for those trades. And so far, it's actually come back to VNR's side. It was looking pretty bleak a couple of rounds ago, but working for them right now.
Oh, look, I think they're holding the angles a little bit better towards the end of this first round. Nice little play here from Bollocks, though, getting the frag on Zip. So that's the AWP out of the picture. Well, he didn't have the AWP at this stage. It is the eco round here for a funny one, though, because it is the last round. I'm not sure why they just went all with pistols.
Part of the economic situation, unfortunately, ruined economy, so not much.
Was it that bad?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's a good one for VNR, and at the moment they've picked up at least 3 kills at the moment. So we'll see now. Shaz moving in towards the door side. Oh, Krios on top of her with that 5-7. He'll pick up the 2K here and a rifle, and he's Mr. Solo. Han Solo.
Bomb, but they know exactly where he is. So as long as they play together, they shouldn't have any issues.
Gets the one. Oh, does he have a lineup? Oh, he gets one of them, but gee, that was close.
Probably should not have cursed him there by saying that. that they won't have any issues because it nearly worked out for Krios and almost single-handedly carrying his team that round, despite the very handicapped bye there. But now, going into the CT side, we're going to have to see VNR continue this sort of level of performance, and I see the pause coming in as well. So looks like Spurs is having a bit of a lag issue. Yeah, actually over 100 ping right now, so he's going to be looking to sort that out. We actually look at the kills. Zip's been doing really great for his team. The standout performer on 15 kills, the top fragger on the server. On the other side, however, kills pretty evenly between sort of 10 and 11 on all players except Kimpachi just on 13. So actually a very big team effort coming in from the VNR side, whereas on the side of Flipside, only 4 kills on Avon.
I think Avon's having a little bit of trouble maybe trying to get some frags, but I don't think it's his position really to be the main top fragger. I mean, I think he's possibly done where it's mattered, and that's why Flipside are sitting with 7 rounds. Potentially they could be sitting with more, but it's a very hard call to make. I think let's see how he performs on the T side here. But just having a quick chat around that first half there. Now, what I noticed and what you explained as well, it was a very aim duel related thing. Like there weren't that many strats coming out from the VNR team. It was more just the engagements, taking the duels and just kind of getting the frags. And I think that was something that worked out for them towards the last half of the first half.
Yeah, well, the thing with that sort of style of play coming out for both teams is if you do that on the CT side, you look for those aim duels. Your economy can't sustain the losses that the T side can because all of your equipment costs so much more. So if you play with that sort of style, it's very difficult to keep the rounds in hand because you're going to be dropping a lot of players. And we saw F3 won 5 rounds in a row, but they lost a lot of players in those rounds, and actually when they lost one round, they were almost forced into a bit of a force buy situation because they weren't managing their economy too well. And unfortunately for them, they gave away 4 rounds at the end of the map and actually allowed VNR right back into it. Now VNR actually very well placed here because 8 rounds on T side. I think if you said to them before the game, "Hey guys, you're gonna get 8 rounds on T side," they'll say, "Hey, we'll take that." They're really well placed right now. And of course, we know Flipside have got the skill, but we probably need to see something a little bit more execute based coming out of Flipside here. Again, the IGL mind of Kron would want to see him coming out with some interesting stuff so that they can get some clean executes and reverse the situation at the moment. Of course, if they take the pistol round, anything can happen because pistol round effectively means you got a pretty easy path to at least 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So they're going to be looking to take their pistol round and bring it back immediately. But of course, if VNR take the pistol round and win the anti-eco, then they'd actually be in a really good position to run away with this map. And of course, this is their pick, so one would expect them to play well. I just think we didn't expect them to play this well.
Well, it's good to see that they're playing this well. I was kind of skeptical about Kimpachi joining the team and adding that much of a difference, but he actually has. I mean, just having a quick look at his score there, 13 for 11, so he's definitely got a positive KPD, and he's definitely done the work. He's done the grind for the team that we kind of expected. Well, I expected at the least, and I think that makes the world of a difference when you've got a full solid 5 actually that are producing results. And the likes also, I'm liking what I'm seeing with Shaz as well. She's doing a very good support role. She kind of played that door side quite a bit, and then she swapped it out with Nod towards the middle of the first half, and then went back to it. But she played the A side really well, and I didn't see any sort of issues there with how she picked up the kill. She played very patiently. She showed the experience that is needed for a team like VNR.
That's what I would expect. I mean, she's a seriously experienced player. I mean, she's probably been playing top flight CS for a better part of a decade. So
yeah.
Playing a role really well, and it's interesting to see based on their side executes that she'll go towards that squeaky side, kind of the classic happy position from MVS. He always goes there like literally every round. But it's interesting to see that within their executes and where they're going, should sometimes not be there if they're going somewhere else in the map to where they're usually in their default. So interesting, but yeah, looks like the unpause is going to be called. Yeah, everybody sorted out their ping, sorted out their loss issues.
Yep.
And actually looking at the buy, Kenpachi actually got a kit. Which is good to see because often teams forgo kits, but it's really needed on a map like this where you can't really fight to keep the site. You really need to kind of get those couple of kills. Your players will usually die, and then the terrorists will get the plant. And you got to play for the retake. So it's actually a smart move to have the kit on their side.
Well, I'm going to be interested to see what Flipside's going to pull out this first in this first pistol round. Yeah, I think it's really essential for them to actually like get the rounds going in their favor. They are behind, and I think it's not exactly in their terms. I don't think it's exactly the best, but like the best results. But still, I mean, for the VNR fans out there, they're obviously enjoying this a lot. But here we go, second half pistol round here, and we got Flipside moving in towards the A side area. Look at this gamble coming out here from VNR, moving in towards that B side, expecting...
Actually pushing up for info, so now they're going to have the info, but unfortunately they're not going to have enough players in place. But it looks like they're playing for the retake because they've actually left the A side open and coming in with a big flank here. So let's see if it works out for them.
Now they're going to come charging outside of the smoke here and just whacking all of them. Ah, lovely little play from VNR right now, and we see Kempachi also getting the last little frag there. That was cool. Well read, definitely.
Very unexpected, I think, from everybody watching and the entire VNR team. And I mean, just absolutely wrecking Flipside there. Flipside not expecting that at all.
Yeah, well, good start for VNR here at the moment, and that little surprise little push for Intel has definitely helped them out. I think it's one of those little... It's more gamble than anything else, and then it turns into a very good Intel kind of related thing where they get the Intel and so forth.
Looks like we're going to see a classic B rush coming out, yeah, just about. Okay, now they slow up, but I think the key there was the fact that they actually did it fast. If they'd done it slowly, they wouldn't have been anywhere near to actually being in position to deal with that. But
oh, here we go. Bison working the magic there for Kempachi, although he does go down to the hands of Krios. Picking up the quick 3k there. Nice little play there from him. And Krios is the last one left here. Look like he's picked up anything, so can he clutch? That's the
I
question.
don't think he wanted to pick up the Bison. Let's be serious. If you killed somebody and they dropped a Bison, would you pick it up?
I don't know.
No. No, it is statistically one of the worst weapons in the game. Anything possibly worse than it is the Glock. And it works great against unarmored players, but anything else, I mean, you could hit upwards of 6 headshots and somebody would still not kill them.
Well,
Although the
look,
P250 that works.
it kind of almost worked there for Krios, getting that quick little frag there. But anyway, score right now, 10-7, double figures coming in favor of VNR, and Flipside, well, looks like they're coming in with a buy.
Bit of a loss there for VNR actually dropping that FAMAS and unable to recover it. So they're actually carrying the MP7 over to this round with 3 FAMASes. So the weapon advantage really very much slanted towards F3. And if you recall what happened in that that first sort of rifle round where against FAMASes, it didn't go so well for the F3 side when that happened.
Bit of a battle here. Kron getting the first frag there on Shaz. I think she just peeked a little too much. Maybe she didn't spot him. I'm not sure, but that didn't work out so well there. Oh, look at Avon with a little spam through the door. There is an exchange though, as Nod takes care of Krios. We see the A lineup now here for F3 as they move in towards the side. Nice little defensive play here from Cruz as he gets himself one. He's still in that corner, keeping himself alive. And he has the likes of Kempachi. He goes and gets himself the 1 frag. Oh, Mutt, and he gets himself 2. He's going to go for his 4K here. Kempachi has arrived to help support. Nice little lockdown here from VNR. But also, it's up to Zip and Cruz. Look at that, coming in with a P250. Very brave. And I think Zip just getting the better of him there with that cheeky little boost. And what nice little play there from Flipside on the end, but awesome play from Cruz.
Yeah, excellent play coming out, and I'm not sure which player on VNR it was that was actually hiding behind that squeaky door, but he absolutely got punished for it. I don't think we'll see him doing that again, but that pretty much gave the site to F3, and just some excellent plays there. I think it was, who was it, Shaz on the site that actually brought it back to something competitive, but Zips actually clutching it really well at the end and just closing it out for his team. But now we see actually 3 Gills coming out, so not actually looking to farm any money here
Well, let's have
against
a
the full save.
lot of Deagles being bought up here from VNR. We got 3 of them, 2 of them also. Hanging towards that A-bomb site there. I think that's the likes of Nod and Bollocks close by. Also, Cruz just kind of hanging out in the A side, Nod taking care of mid and just kind of keeping the eye there. Haven just kind of peeking around, just trying to see if he can get himself a frag or 2. If they do get 1 or 2 frags, they probably can get into the site, but they need to be careful here because this eco round of theirs could potentially turn into a disaster right now for F3. But 3 quick consecutive frags for F3 right there. They'll move in towards... oh, nice little 1 dig. Like to see those from time to time.
Definitely, Kimpachi actually somewhat of a dig specialist. Interesting to see every opportunity he gets to fix one of those up, but I don't think he's long for this world now. See if Krios actually spots him.
Krios will get the better of him there. So only 1 guy down, but still, F3 doing very well. Very like orchestrated kind of attack, in my opinion.
Yeah, unfortunately for the VNR side, the money's still in a bit of a bad spot. 2 players with over 6,000 on them, and the rest sort of sitting around 2,500, 3,000. So not able to come in with a full buy. So here we have a armor pistol sort of buy, but a couple of players only on upgraded pistols, and in fact, Cruz on a USP. So no money on his side.
Just see how this one's going to turn out. A little bit of aggressive play on the B side here. Oh, Kron open for business right now as he picks off 3. No, he gets himself 2, but still, damage has been done. No, did he get himself 3? No, he only got himself 2 there, but we'll see Conspiracy coming in from the side. He potentially will pick him off. Yes, he does. And there we go. 10-10 right now, and Flipsid are pulling it back slowly.
Yeah, we'll see the buy coming out from Vienna. I expect to see an AWP on their side since Cruz has got so much money. Well, actually, no. It's Bollocks picking up the AWP, interestingly. But yeah, they're going to need to make it work for them. There's still a Gilil on the side of F3, so hopefully this AWP can actually make the difference for them because they're going to need some early picks now. They're in a pretty commanding position and actually losing now 3 rounds in a row, so they need to bring it back soon.
Oh, not being caught with a grenade in hand there in the mid-side push here from F3. It's working out very well. We've got Bollocks now with the AWP, but he's not hitting the shots, and that's a bit of a problem for them.
In this situation, they should actually look to save if they can. And
oh, but now all of a sudden he's just getting crazy with the AWP. Can he keep him at bay? That's the question.
Low HP on the side of the terrorist as well. So
look at this! Oh my word! It's a 4 ace, boys! Oh, crazy! Crazy! Wow!
Incredible plays, and I was calling. They need to save. They need to look after that AWP. And geez, he just proved me wrong. He showed me that I was talking complete bollocks.
Wow! As I'm saying, yeah, earlier he's missing the shots, and he's like, "Really? Okay, I'll show you." And then he just completely flattens the F3 team there, and the score 11-10. Jeez.
Incredible plays. I mean, he was literally isolated on that side against 5 players, and he takes all of them. But the early boost now just taking out Cruz and putting the numbers advantage back towards Flipside.
Oh, that was some phenomenal play from Bollocks there. We'll see Flipside moving that bomb inside area. They've got the first frag already. Cruz out of the picture here. And there we go. Bollocks now just hitting it on spot with that AWP. A little bit of an aim duel, or sorry, a spam duel happening now there on checkers with Kimpachi spamming through.
They seem very committed to this B site. The bomb's over there. They've got players towards the site and not even looking to fake it, just looking to push it and brute force it.
Oh, here we go. Nice little play here from Avon, walking in, getting himself the frag. Nod, though, picking up one as well. So Avon's going to have to make it count with this AK-47. Ah, there we go. He gets hold of Shaz. He's going to try and get hold of the man in CT side. He's going to go for the bomb plant. Zip also close by, so that should help them out just a little bit. Sitting in Checker's side. Oh, he needs to be careful, but he gets hold of Bollocks. So here we go. That pays a little bit of dividends right now, but look at this. Avon's just so low in the HP, and it's up to Zip just to kind of keep at bay. I don't want to...
It's quite low, so anything's possible right now.
Nod is just... Oof. not going to help. But there we go. Zipzip doing the work, and unfortunately for not paying out what he wanted. And 11 apiece.
Yeah, that's the round that F3 needed, and actually putting VNR in a bit of a tough situation now economically. They haven't been saving their pennies. Daddy's not a banker, clearly, and mommy's not an accountant, because no money on their side right now.
Mommy's not an accountant. Well, a hard mid push coming out here from the CT side. Let's see if Krios can kind of keep them all there. And he's got Conspiracy behind him, so this might actually work out. Hard little play here from the CT side. They haven't not managed to take a single. Well, there we go. They get one, but it's not good enough.
It's actually a team kill there.
Oh, right, you. All right, I didn't spot that, but still, they knocked them all down, only losing one gun, and I think that's kind of worked out for the F3 side. F3 starting to pull this one back just a little bit. They're one round ahead now, taking the lead.
Yeah, well, because of that economic reset now, we've seen the double save coming in from VNR, so just upgraded pistols yet again, and potentially this is going to go to 13-11 after Flipside actually effectively lost the first half. So really playing well on the T side right now.
Well, Flipside are quite strong on the T side, if I'm not mistaken. The game against, I think they did play cash against WRG. But still, there we see Kron picking up a frag against not really any sort of fight
Chris
back.
having a barbecue on the other side of the map there.
Oh, he turned someone to crisp. Yeah, that's correct. Kinpachi, actually. Here we go. Krios coming in now and getting the frags as per normal. That's what we would expect. And we got Bollocks and Cruz left. Let's see if they're going to have a simultaneous retake. Cruz managing to pick off the one there, so he'll get himself a gun. Oh, an AWP at that. So he's going to back off. I think that's the best thing to do right now. Just back off with that AWP.
Yeah, definitely save that weapon. That's actually a big score and quite a uncharacteristic mistake there actually from Zipzip.
Yeah.
Of course, now the position of Cruz is given away, but
Bollocks is just going to try and peek it off.
I'm not sure the T's really have the money to chase this down, because despite the fact that they've won a few rounds.
Oh. Look at this. Bollocks again. Just coming in and damaging the F3 side. Tries to take on Kron, but it's not going to happen. Cruz the last one left here, and I think he's backing off completely. He doesn't want to lose that AWP. Bollocks doing the work there, actually. I mean, he took down two, and like you said, finance is not the best right now, but it's okay, I guess, for either side.
Yeah, a couple of players with a lot of money on the side of F3, but a couple of them also down to just sort of the last few dollars in their pocket. So money not really equalized, and on the side of VNR, they can't afford to lose this round. They have to win it to stay in this game. If they lose this round, it's pretty much over for them, barring miracles.
Nice little pick off here for Conspiracy, starting off the round there with a nice mid clearance on Nod. Bollocks also just aggressively coming out, taking down Avon, and that's a good trade-off here. Kinpachi also adding to the tally right now. And Cruz also with the AWP. Look at Shaz, and she will get the frag there on Krios. All of a sudden, the lockdown is working out favorably here for VNR, keeping themselves in the game, and this is getting pretty close.
And nearly actually going horribly wrong there for Shaz. Caught with a nade in the hand, then getting naded and shot. And, thankfully she gets the kill, because that's what her team needs. They need 4 people alive, yeah. Otherwise, things are going to spiral out of control. But very good play coming out for them, and it's definitely fundamental to the meta of this map and of Dust too, that if you lose a kill on the CT side, you need to try to trade that up immediately. Otherwise, you're in the position where...
Oh, Zipzip not getting the shot in properly, and will go down to Bollocks there on the end.
It's actually double AWPs now, so Bollocks and Cruz both with AWPs. They got that AWP off Zipzip, so actually a very good setup for this map. So let's see if they can make it work for themselves. But again, F3 able to come out with a buy, except Tech9's and a couple of players because of the low money on them. Probably look to do something faster, or maybe play off the back of what Zipzip's able to do with that AWP.
It's going to be interesting, this quasi-buy. I think it is all up to Zipzip right now, just getting the frag there for his team. Quite a lot of smoke grenades all over the place, and then probably won't spot anyone except Chaz that is sitting in that vent side area, but he has to be very careful. Be overly aggressive right now with that AWP. So we got some guys playing on the mid side here as well. We got Conspiracy and Kron, but Kron moving now in towards the B side. So Conspiracy probably just there to take out any form of mid-side plays, which he's just done. Shaz out of the picture right now, but Bollocks is there with the AWP. He's going to move in towards B side because of the frag, and we see a very good lockdown right now. Ooh, Zip not getting the frag shot there on Bollocks, but then returns and gets himself another one there, and nice little play on the end.
Yeah, the 3K actually proving pivotal for him, and you know, getting the early opening there and just actually enabling them to get that site, and those 2 follow-up kills being crucial, because now BNI in a very, very difficult situation. They're buying up. They got double ops, and actually, interestingly, Cruz going glass cannon. So this is it. If BNI lose this round, it's pretty much over for them. But if they win it, potentially
Could work out.
could work out, since the T side don't really have much money. So, you know, either way, I think this is the make or break round for both teams.
Yep. Well, Krios aggressively coming out with a Pro 90, but gets knocked down there by Bollocks. But a good start, actually, for the Flipside team. See Avon now moving in from the store side area. He needs to get the frags here. And then Bollocks now moving himself back into the corner. So he's in a good potential position here to get a frag or 2. He gets himself 1. Make that... Ooh, is that 2? Make that 2. Oh, he goes down, but he's got the support from Kenpachi, who toasts one out, and a nice little positioning there from him on the end there, being able to support Bollocks as well.
Yeah, Bollocks proving to be the absolute rock on that A side. I mean, if I was flip side, I wouldn't want to go to that side, because he's just been punishing them every time, and even with Nod only on the P250, they're actually able to win that round. So yeah, we see a bit of just an upgraded pistol sort of save round coming out on the side of F3, so a bit of a throwaway round, so we could probably look at it being maybe 14 all after this, but of course there might be some trickery coming out, you never know.
Yes, indeed. There might be. At the moment, interesting eco round here for Flipside. Now, obviously, they know that they can afford the eco here. Not moving in there, get himself the frag. He gets himself 2, make that 3. Oh, he gets himself 3 frags on the end of it, but he's done the damage. Although Zip has picked up the AWP, can he clutch like Bollocks did earlier? Oh, he gets himself the 1.
But that nade absolutely doing huge damage.
Well, the retake looking pretty good right now here for them. Kenpachi picking up the 2K there on Nod, also with the 3K doing very well. 14 all.
Crucially, actually getting both offs, but they really didn't need to lose so many players, because they're in a position now where, you know, money's not great, so not much utility on their players, and against the buy on the side of F3, also quite tenuous. So sitting 14 all here, not a great buy on either side, except you got those double orbs, so I would kind of favor VNI here, especially if F3 actually decide to take it towards that A side, because Bollocks is just a rock at the moment.
A nice little play there from Shaz, getting the open frag. She needs to back off now, which she does towards the highway side. Krios coming out now. And all of a sudden, it's a little open season right now for VNR. Let's see if they can keep it. Just need to be very, very careful. Just kind of take it slow. And we see Krios coming in with a Galil now. Not the most comfortable buy for F3. They're in a spot of trouble. But this can still go either way. Oop, Shaz again peeking just around the corner, right?
Interesting how passive VNR are actually playing it. They obviously see the, you know, they see the gravitas of this round, how important it is, and Bollocks actually sitting all the way towards car, and just A side obviously quite empty at the moment. Everybody from flip side sort of stacked up towards all, and the middle player actually caught out by Shaz. Are they going to be pretty aware of this B tech? I think is the information from A side is that there's nobody.
Oh, nice little play here from Zip on the breach there, but Kenpachi returns. Shaz coming in from behind, gets off 1. Ooh, she almost kills her own player, but still, VNR, very well played there. Only losing 2 guns, and it's 15-14 right now, and looking pretty good.
Yeah, Shaz actually there with a pivotal kill, putting it in their favor, actually spotting out the player hiding behind the white box in mid, and completely revealing if we were actually going, and just enabling that rotation to come in. And unfortunately from Flipside, going from a very commanding position in this half to a position where they're on a force buy and looking to bring it to overtime.
Oh, well, F3 not in the most comfortable position, really. In UMP, Galil, and a lot of Tech9s, they can make it work.
Let's see what Conspiracy does here. If he catches us there, yeah, and he
Ooh.
does, actually making it possible for them.
Oh, well, look, he needs to spot out the other one, which he does as well. A nice little play here from Vienna, all of a sudden coming in. Kimpachi just responding back, but Zip getting the better of him here. And 2 AWPs in the hands of Vienna against the 3 guns. Make that rifles more so here for the likes of Flipside, keeping their hopes alive. UMP in the hands of Avon. A lot of
Very low HP though. If only Vienna knew this, because then they would go with the pistols. But oh, oops, I would not favor them in this situation.
At the moment, it's getting very tough right now, but we see Bollocks doing the work here. Oh, he's not aware of anyone behind him, and he tries to go in, and it's 15 all. All of a sudden,
incredible play
overtime.
And absolutely Conspiracy proving pivotal in that round. Actually, I think walking away with the 4K.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. We haven't seen an overtime in quite some time. Excuse the semi-pun.
Yeah. Overtime in quite some time on the Flipside side.
Yep, the Flipside side. Well, 15 all.
So the thing with MR3 is, of course, you don't have that much money. So interesting seeing the double orbs coming out on F3, because if they lose around, they could almost immediately be in a safe situation. And actually a negative on Bollocks. That must have been a misbuy. He was probably trying to buy an AWP.
And negative. Oof. Well, we never know. Perhaps
Could be a god with a negative. You never know. Eh?
Yeah. That would be quite funny to see.
A lot of spam coming out of that negative, and actually, ooh, Nade finding the Kobe.
Well, at the moment, 2 AWPs up against no AWPs. Likes of CT side. Nice little play there from Krios with the exchange, but still, his team is low on. And they are moving in towards that A side. Krios picks up another frag here for Flipside and just waits out for Kimpachi on the end there. Zip quite low in the HP. We see Cruz now also just supporting from the car side. Tries to get the frag. He does. And all of a sudden, it's Conspiracy and Krios against the rest of VNR here. So it's 2-on-3. Krios coming in. Should be able to get the frag.
Negative. I want to see the negative. You gonna peek with the negative?
Oh, he gets hold of the negative. No shots fired from the negative there. Gets himself another one. And all of a sudden, favorable here for the VNR team. Sorry, the Flipside team here. Good little patient play towards the end. Cruz now. Only one here for the retake. He needs to get the shot in. Oh, he misses it on Krios, and needs to be careful on the man in the corner. He gets the frag all of a sudden. It's a one-on-one, and it looks very interesting.
But the Glock in his hands, and against 12 HP, it could work for him.
Yeah, well, Krios knows that he's low on the HP. Goes in and gets the frag, and nice. Nice little first round here for F3.
Geez, and unfortunately, Nod's economy absolutely shattered because of that negative buy. Having to get a drop from one of his teammates, I think. And yeah, not looking good on the side of VNI. Yeah, if they lose this round, then it's probably going to be an easy 3-0 on this half for the Flipside side.
Yep, that indeed it would be. So let's see. Oh, we see Conspiracy coming out that mid with a quick pick there on Nod. No exchange yet for Flipside. Shaz trying desperately to get the frag there on Krios. And here we go. Kran just popping out there, getting the exchange. Well, furthering the actual...
Yeah, and actually 2 players on the F3 side actually with 30 bombs. Krios on 32 and Zip on 31. So really playing well for their team right now. And excellent game we're seeing tonight. But looks like an A breach coming in here, and if Zip finds Bollocks. And he does.
Jeez, fantastic little aim there. Zip making it count. He's going to try and go for the spray down and picks up another frag there. And that has put a lot of trouble, or a lot of... it's actually just caused a lot of issues right now here for the VNR side. Only Kimpachi left. He's going to try and save his gun. Looking at the economy as well, like you mentioned, they're just so low on the economy. And Flipside looks like they might squeeze away on taking this first map.
Yeah, unfortunately, the economy absolutely ruined. It's like being a Goldman Sachs employee in 2009. There just is no money. And unfortunately for them, just Flipside running away with it at the moment, whereas VNR were looking so dominant. So now 17-15 in favor of Flipside with one more round in this MR3 overtime. So let's see if, on the force by now, just bringing out some pistols and armor, actually able to bring this back because, geez, it's looking bleak for them. If the F3 start take this round, then they only need one more round in the following half when they play CT to actually close it out. So absolutely crucial for VNI here, but everything's stacked against them right now.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, it's all or nothing for them, and we see a little bit of a push here. Oh, Shaz with the what a 1D, like through the side of one of her teammates' heads into someone else. But Kran just responding immediately right there with the 2K, and then it's taken down by Cruz, and it's a 3-on-3. So we might see something coming out of this round. All of a sudden, Cruz picking up another one here, and we've got Conspiracy and Krios left. Conspiracy just really just running around, trying to get hold of that bomb very quickly. Tries to spray down Bollocks, but Bollocks gets the better of him. And now we have Krios left. Coming in the mid side with the AWP. He should be able to get that quick shot on. Nope, he misses it. And that's going to put him...
aiming the wrong side, I think. I think he was expecting somebody white box and has Cruz actually peek him. But the AWP, I mean, these long range encounters great, except that he's not got great HP, so... If he gets spammed by a couple of bullets, it's very possible that he goes down, but crucial that he actually got the bomb. So it looks like he's going to go towards that A site. Let's see if Bollocks actually hears him running in main.
Yeah, well, there we go. Bollocks waiting in the A side area. We see Krios coming in now with a P250, and bang! VNR pick up a miraculous round there. So 17-16, and it's going to be up to either side to pull a full-on 3-0, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, yeah, you need 4 to actually win. So on the side of F3, they need another 2 rounds, whereas for double overtime, VNR need to basically
get 3.
Well, no, it would be 2, I think.
No, yeah.
It would be 2. They need 3 to win. So
yeah, they have 3 to win. Sorry, yeah.
Play there in that last round, actually bringing it back when all hope look to be pretty much lost, and this is a real sort of ding-dong battle going on. Excellent game coming out tonight.
No, the auto sniper in the hands of Conspiracy, also a very interesting pickup here, so this might actually work out for them.
If he gets the kills, if he doesn't, then he's going to be flat broke, so let's hope for his sake he gets it, but of course VNR want to make sure that they punish them in this round for that buy.
Oh, at the moment, very defensive, kind of easy play right now here from F3, although the couple of shots that they push through, and there we go, Zip gets the first one, not out of the picture, and that's the AWPer gone for VNR, so they're going to have to kind of readjust. It looks like that bomb is moving towards the A side, so we'll probably expect a door side push and then 2 going through A main with a couple of flashes and smokes, but they need to be careful for the likes of Conspiracy with the auto sniper and Krios close by as well. So, let's see. He takes down the AWPer, he's going to go in for another shot, but goes down. Good exchange. So VNR managing to get rid of that auto sniper. Conspiracy out of the picture here, but only 1 down, and Krios still around. Manages to pick up 1. He's got the support again here from Kron coming in from the rafter side. Will pick up the frag against Kimpachi here, and all of a sudden VNR are not going to be able to pull this one off unless we see amazing clutch moments here from Bollocks. That what he did with the AWP earlier, but it's going to be an AK this time.
It's going to be difficult.
Stupidly difficult, to be honest.
Yeah, implausibly difficult. In fact, we can come up with lots of adjectives for that, and unfortunately, not working out for him. 18-16 to F3 and on match point at the moment.
They are on match point, and now all of a sudden we've got a bit of a pause or connection problem coming in, yeah? So
that's not good.
I don't know if you've got the same thing.
Oh, yeah, I have the same thing. I think the server might be falling over. Okay, well,
there we go.
There we go. It's back.
Oh,
okay, so they must have closed it out.
They did. Yeah, it's one of the DGL servers. Unfortunately, the master servers actually do that, where it plays all the way through. But in this case,
apologies for that. That's also on the case of players not waiting for the cast, but they're not too used to being cast, so not their fault. But obviously, Flipside must have closed it out because in that period of time, it's about 2-minute delay, I think. So
Yep.
it would have been a flip side win there. So yeah, really exciting game coming out there, and shame we couldn't see the double overtime, but really great game just to watch on a Sunday night, and I'm glad we picked this one and not the other two games that are happening simultaneously.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, look, I mean, we're going to be going into the second map shortly. We're going to take a quick break from our side. We just need to just restart the stream quickly because there's a little bit of packet loss. So we're just trying to fix that up on my end. And then at least our co-cast is sounding brilliant with these dulcet and sultry voice tones, if I'm not mistaken. That's the last time you said that, something like that.
Yes, well, I do have a velvety voice. Yours is gruff and gravelly, like Kurt Russell after a hard night on the town. I'm just joking with you there. But yeah, we're just going to quickly do the restart to fix some of the voice quality issues with the packet loss, and we'll be back in 2 minutes, guys. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll be back very soon.
Yep. Right, so we're back, and my co-caster, Mr. Extremes, he's also in channel here with me this evening, guys. We are bringing you round 2 here between these two teams, Flipside and VNR. Fantastic first round. We saw some overtime. Mike, are we going to see it again? That's the question.
Well, let's hope so. I mean, having an MR3 overtime on the first map tonight was something we weren't expecting. We were actually expecting Flipside to be way more dominant than they were, and Vienna are really proving their worth in this championship and playing really great CS to actually bring it to overtime. And I mean, it was a real sort of back and forth battle. We saw at one point Vienna were looking absolutely dominant, and then swung completely the opposite way, and then swung back to Vienna right at the end to actually put it into that overtime. So just really looking forward to this half. Obviously, we're going to be seeing Vienna on the T side. This being actually the map pick of Flipside. So are going to be looking to get at least sort of 5 or 6 rounds on this T side to actually kick this off and make it competitive, because they've definitely proved on their CT sides that they're really strong. So
Yeah.
if they can actually put in a good performance here on the T side, get those 5 or 6 rounds in the bank, and then they'll actually be looking pretty good. And of course, this being the map choice of F3, one would think that they got something special planned for their CT sides. They're going to be looking to actually absolutely shut down the VNR side and take this 2-0. But yeah, anything can happen. It's been a really great battle tonight, so I'd love to see a third map here.
Well, look, I mean, just looking at the aim duels at the moment between all these players, they're really actually going head-to-head or toe-to-toe in some cases with their aim duels. And I think even though this is Flipside's map, we potentially could see a close score again like we did on Cash. But unfortunate there for VNR not picking up the win there. But still, overtime was good to see. It's good to see that VNR is starting to pick up their skill set as a team as well, which means that essentially we have Flipside that beat Bravado recently. We've got them obviously beating the likes of WRG and co. And now we've got VNR just jumping right back again and going into overtime on Cash against Flipside, which means that the scene is starting to close in and get more and more competitive as we go.
Well, yeah, let's hope so. I mean, it's one map, so obviously we can't use a blanket statement for the whole thing. But yeah, VNR actually looking really good with their full lineup versus last week when we cast them, and they were looking a little bit disjointed with the stand-in. Oh, 2 stand-ins, in fact. So, yeah, I do think that VNR really needed to win that first map Cash because it was their choice. Flipside are probably the stronger team based on the player lineup. So without them
of course
winning that first map, I would kind of favor F3 to take this 2-0 just because I think VNR needed to win Cash to actually make it possible to get to the third map. But that's how I see it. But based on the plays that have been going on, I mean, VNR, very good team effort, fairly even kills across the players. So everybody pulling their weight there. And the real sort of difference makers on the side of F3 was actually Zipzip just bringing in a huge performance. I think he actually ended on 35 or 36 kills with... trying to remember who was in second place, but who was it? I think it was Conspiracy. No, Krios. Krios actually was on 34 kills. So those guys were really carrying for the team. And Conspiracy actually not as high on the scoreboard, but bringing out the very important frags. I mean, he really opened up a few rounds for them and made it possible. In fact, that's how it went to overtime, that he got a 4K in the final round of regulation.
Yeah. Well, look, guys, they're going to knife it out now here on Mirage just to confirm who's going to sit what side. I mean, that's something that we just need to...
I think they did already...
Did they?
Possibly already knife.
Yeah, no, the pistols are out, so it looks like they're going all sorts of separate ways here. So we are live actually now with the pistol round. We see VNR in the T side strip, moving in towards the B side here. And of course, F3 on the CT side. Just to introduce ourselves once again for some of you guys that have just joined in, I am Burning Red from NAV TV, and my co-caster this evening is Extremes. You can follow us on Twitter or on Facebook as well, on the links.
And yeah, the B-play actually coming in, so sorry to interrupt, but... in jumps Nod and pops some heads. 2 heads.
3.
Wow, what play.
Well, it's a good interruption right there as we see Nod just getting the 3K there. So amazing little stunt there from him. And that opens it all up here for VNR. There's a little bit of a retake happening right now here between these two teams. Conspiracy and Kron coming in towards the site now. They need to retake it correctly. But here, nice little fry point there. Conspiracy will assist as best as he can. He's under a lot of pressure right now. Can he take him? Yes, he can. He goes for the... he goes for the quick defuse. Got the Glock in hand. He's going to try and challenge Bollocks here. Bollocks knows that...
playing it very smartly. And
yeah,
just
juking him at the moment and still gets in the frag there. A nice little play there from Bollocks as well. VNR go 1 up and a good one.
Yeah, Conspiracy really bringing it back for his team there and actually making it really close. I mean, he had the kit, everything was kind of going his way, but Bollocks just too wise. The wise old head on his shoulders, making sure that he didn't overpeak that and overcommit, and able to close out the round just by being wily and foxy, but without that foxy hotness thing. I was not really saying that, more just the clever aspect. So
Well,
yeah,
look,
we see the save coming in from F3, so let's see if VNR can farm some money off if we can make this P250s work. But the dunk nade coming in now.
A nice little nade there from from VNR. Zipsup taking quite a lot of damage right there. They are moving in towards the B side quite aggressively. Also quite in a good pace as well. Bollocks also in the right position. Needs to be careful of the man on the right. And as he jumps right in towards that bulk side, gets taken down there. It is Avon. And nice little play here from VNR, just getting the frags necessarily. Conspiracy now, of course, also trying to challenge. Not getting it right on the end there, also from the balcony side, but still. Good
Actually, all
round.
the players brought quite low on the side of VNR there. And interesting to see Kimpachi buying the Bison again, so it seems to be his weapon of choice. He must be the only one in the entire world.
The Bison's not that bad. It's actually
It is that bad. It's terrible.
works for me sometimes, but
So there's like an A play coming out from VNR now against an upgraded pistol and little else fire, but Zipsup actually pushing up, but getting all the information and probably realizing for his team that it's probably going to be an A-Tech. So now we see them rotating towards the A, waiting to receive the VNR side, but of course, no arm on their side, so let's see if they can make it work.
nice little dink there on Cruz at the moment from VNR. Kra getting the frag as well. Zipsup also close quarters, gets himself 2, and Kron with the 2K, and all of a sudden this eco round turning into a disaster for the Veneration side as Avon comes around, picks up that MAC-10 and gets the frag. Wow, nice little retake there. Good intel.
Yeah, absolutely crucial there from Zipsup. Zipsup running up mid and actually spotting nobody there, and simultaneously on the B side, them seeing nobody there, so they absolutely, just rushed into that A side and flooded it, and were there waiting for the VNR side, and those headshots in the P250s just making hay there for them. Really unexpected, not what one would have expected to happen, eh?
Yeah, no, definitely not. And that being said, eco round here, Kron getting the first frag here, of course. And that shot there against Kimpachi. Now we see Shaz trying to challenge it out with an Eagle. So there's a little bit of a contingency in this mid side right now here from VNR. They're going to have to try and make it work in some form or way. Trying to maybe get a boost up here, get the frag on that sniper side area. But Zipsup needs to be careful as he moves in. He gets himself the 1. So
Perfect flash from him there.
that idea obviously not working really for VNR. Kron just jumping for joy as he tries to go for the shot there. Gets the frag though on Cruz, and bomb dropped, so that's important here for the F3 side on the retake. Also not the retake, but the isolation of that bomb. Not having anyone coming in. Oh, look at Avon, just patiently waiting for Bollocks coming in towards that B side. Bit of spam play, and that's it, 2 apiece.
Going completely against expectations in that 2 rounds ago, and just completely turning the game on its head. Obviously early days, only 4 rounds in, we're into the 5th round now, but we will see a full buy on both sides now, except Nod just with their tech down. So see what VNR can do. Look at the kill situation at the moment. Kron sitting on 5, sort of leading the way, but most of his team 4 on Zipsup, 4 on Conspiracy, and actually 0 on Krios. So Krios, one of the top fraggers in the previous map, so let's see if he can up his game here and help squash this VNR side. And on the other side, let's see if perhaps Bollocks can carry like he did on the previous map and get some kills and lift his team.
It's going to be very, very important. Interesting buy coming out here from Nod with the Tech 9 and a little bit of utility. No utility on the rest of the players. But you see they're getting the frags at the moment. Bollocks coming in right now. You should pick up the second one. Nicely played. Needs to be careful though. Kimpachi already in the site here. And he needs to try and take out both of them at the moment. He manages to get the 1. So Zipsup just kind of lurking around with the Galil. Picks up another one. But Conspiracy out of the picture as well. So this is a problem here for F3. Zipsup the only one left here for Flipside.
Very low HP on 2 players, so I mean, it could be possible if he finds the right aim deals, yeah, but
oh, well,
the
he's
right aim deal, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's the wrong one. He took on Nod with all the HP, and well, VNR increased the lead 3-2.
Yeah, money situation still good on the F3 side, so able to bring out the double AWP setup, Kron and Zipsup with the AWPs. Interesting, usually Krios actually, okay, they're throwing the AWP over, so Krios and Kron double AWPs there, no AWPs on the side of VNR, so let's see if F3 can make it work for them and just take these range battles, particularly towards mid.
Now we see Zipsup on the mid side there. Bang! Gets himself the first frag on Cruz, and I think Cruz would have anticipated that, but just couldn't get the shot in.
Bit of an overcommitment from him though, and obviously we see the return coming in, but one would have expected maybe a flash or something to actually... Oh, 2 kills coming quickly.
All of a sudden, Flipside just gets the frag there, or the necessary frags, and we only got 2 left here. Kempachi and Shaz right now moving in towards the B side. Avon has got the support. He gets himself the 1 kill, and all of a sudden, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy right now here for Flipside. A 4-on-1. And it should go quite favorably towards them. Although, do we see a clutch? That's the question. Kempachi can do it. He's got the potential.
It's going to be really tough. They've got a good crossfire set up here, and crossfire working out for them. Kron taking him down, and only losing 2 players, so keeping the economy fairly stable. And on the side of VNR, not great money. They're going to probably have to look to save, or maybe force fire, but it looks like more of a save coming. Just upgraded pistols, no real armor or much utility, just a single smoke or not. So Flipside actually not able to retrieve that second AWP, so losing out on that.
Oh, well, eco around here for VNR. Look at this bomb. This bomb is going quite into Cruz, just popping it into Palace right now. We see some aggression coming in towards the B side here. Maybe 1 or 2 going down lowers, just to help out that bomber. Or the particular mission right now is maybe just for... Oh, but they found him. Oh, unfortunately, Conspiracy.
Disastrous for VNR, but excellent play from Conspiracy, actually pushing up there and being aggressive and getting that information, dropping the bomb. So
Well, that kind of worked out definitely a lot better for Flipside than it did for VNR. VNR, I saw the plan that they had there, just to get that little tail bomb plant down so for extra cash. Didn't really work out, and you can see now Krios is keeping himself busy here, trying to get himself to the frags. Not sure why Nod was looking down that side, knowing about Krios there, but still, no exchange really. And obviously Shaz just trying to see if...
headshot.
There we go, finally. Bollocks picks up 1 here, actually taking down Krios, but Shaz does not get the heady, and no Juan D coming out there from her. We only have Bollocks left. He's got a gun.
Topsy-turvy round, actually. I mean, it looked like it was over right at the beginning, and then Bollocks made it look somewhat possible with that headshot, and it's just gone away from them again, unfortunately. A bit of an MM strat there. I mean, I recall that happening quite a bit at sort of Golden Over level. But not to call them low-level players or anything. It's something that you actually commonly see on this map. Bollocks actually getting the kill there. But I predict he's going to get another kill. Wow, okay.
Well, now F3 needs to be careful, because if Bollocks does pick up another one, zip around the corner, and will get the frag there on him and increase the lead for Flipside here. But still, 2 guns down unnecessarily. Not very good. Not very. I don't think they should. I think they should have left him with that gun.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, Bollocks was also in a bit of a situation there where he needed to actually die, because I mean, if he survived past the round time and then got killed, he would have ended up with no money. So
yeah,
but still doing well, getting those 2 kills, and actually looks like a bit of an A rush coming out here.
A hard A rush looks to be in favor for Flipside right now. Nice little just shot down from Kron as he picks up the 3K and has the support from Conspiracy. Nothing really coming from that for VNR, and we are stuck with a situation here where it's 5-3. We potentially will see the buy up now come from VNR. There we go. AWP in the hands of Nod. Interesting.
Yeah, definitely stuck. I mean, it's a terrible, terrible hardship to be watching an amazing game of Counter-Strike on a Sunday night, and I don't know, whatever shall we do, guys? I think we should enjoy it.
Indeed. Oh, look at that. Zip coming in from the connector side, getting hold of Snob there. Did not anticipate that. I think he was expecting that sniper's normal sniper spot.
I don't think Nod would be nodding in appreciation after that, unfortunately.
Well, look, the bomb is still moving slowly back from the B side area here. Bollocks picking up the AWP, and we know what he can do with it. So, but
nice awareness there from Kron with that nade, actually.
Kron's Conspiracy with a bit of a duel there on the bomb site in A.
Seemed a bit unnecessary from Kempachi to actually take that aim duel, because I mean, he's on his own, no chance of a refrag or anything, and it just seems like the guys from VNR sort of feeding themselves one by one to the players on F3 and just playing into their hands at the moment.
Definitely don't think it's the right way of doing things, but I think F3 just need to realize, okay, they've done incorrect on this one. Oh, nice little shot there from Cruz. Does he pick up the other one? Zip zip. Now Shaz playing down the lower side area. I think she should be quite there, close to mid, rather to support Cruz, unless he's backed off. No, he hasn't. He's still playing in that mid side, moving his aim towards the short side ladder room position.
Well, with 20 seconds left, I mean, they're really running out of time here. I think he probably should have looked to bring that bomb back towards B a lot earlier. Now, they're actually in the situation now where they need to save these weapons because it's late enough in the round that they can't win it. So they're going to have to look to support each other. And it looks like it's likely that they will.
Yeah.
Kind of a weird angle being held there if you look at the X-ray from Zip Zip, almost looking like he's aiming on his teammate through the wall.
Well, look, this might force a bit of a force buy right now for Vienna, and this might be a little strat Flipside's coming out, something Nip did at GMAC Malmo. Although we're not seeing any buys. No, there we go. There's a bit of a buy coming out here from Vienna, so it is a force buy.
Yeah,
So
well, it makes
let's
sense to
see.
buy around those weapons, but of course they don't really have any economic dominance at the moment, so potentially putting themselves even worse into the hole if they don't win this round.
Well, it all depends on how Flipside actually punishes them for doing this force buy. I think that's the real question.
No real map control coming out from VNR though. They're also stacked towards that B site on A. You can see actually the player on A getting some information and not seeing anybody, so we'll probably see the rotation coming in. Yeah, they're actually going for the breach with the rotations coming in.
Yeah, smoke in effect. Here we go, in towards the B side. Avon in a good spot. He gets hold of one. He needs to be careful though, because there's quite a number of them. Gets hold of two, and this is a definite defensive play here from Flipside paying dividends. Cruz the only one with a frag there. Backsaw for the AWP, and I think that that definitely fell into into like nothingness really, that strat. That didn't really work out for them.
They just weren't playing for any map dominance then. It really didn't work out. And
obviously
Krios and put down. But yeah, very weird play. They're not playing for information. They really need to actually look towards holding defaults and allowing the CTs to push them before they look to execute, because they just gave all the information there to Flipside, and Flipside was there waiting with open arms, and even getting those 2 early kills and the rotation coming in through the kitchen, just shutting down VNR completely.
Yeah, well, that crossfire setup there on the B side definitely assisted them quite a lot. So Avon picking up the 2K, like you said. I mean, with his teammates, of course, just easy stuff. It was not really difficult at all. I think it was Krios, if I'm not mistaken. Now we're seeing something similar coming out here again from VNR, but now on an eco round. And I think they
not learned their lesson, eh?
No, it doesn't look like it really. But they were punished quite a bit for that forced buy, and that's definitely putting them on the back foot right now.
Again, 3 players waiting for them with open arms and running into the grinder, unfortunately.
Oh, we see a little bit of toast coming out there. Krios getting the frag. Zip Zip now sitting on the B side here with the AWP. He's going to move in a little bit more. He's going to try and see if he can spot one, but he needs to be careful because Kimpachi has got the deagle. Those little 1-deags can be quite a pain in the butt, if you ask me. Some little bit of jumping here from Avon, just getting the intel for the team, and obviously the rotation coming in now as well from Kron with the AWP. But a nice little fight back here from... Wow!
Oh, what a shot.
That was pretty well played there from Kron. But nice little fight back here, though, from VNR at the least, taking down 2 of them. Got Bollocks left with the deagle. Let's see if he can... Oh!
Oh!
That was super rapid right now. Picks up the M4. Let's see if he can clutch.
Well, that nade's going to do some big damage and through the box, because he takes him down. So actually, only 2 weapons left alive for the F3 side, and good play there from Bollocks. But unfortunately for him, it's not really going to make too much of a dent on the economy of F3, because the guys have got a lot of money.
They got a stack of cash right now, so it's looking very good for F3, and very positive as well. This is their map, of course, and them beating VNR in overtime on VNR's map is a bit of a problem, of course, and they need to, yeah.
What if we're maybe seeing a little bit of inexperience on the side of VNR as Conspiracy gets the early information and the early kill? But I mean, VNR not really playing together, not playing for information. Very basic sort of strategies coming out from them. Not kind of what I'd expect of a Masters team on a map like Mirage that they should be familiar with.
It is quite surprising to see there. Looks like they are coming up on A. I think maybe it was a bit of a bet for them to give Flipside their map, of course, and then knowing that they could potentially beat them on cash. Going into Overpass, we might have seen a completely different result there. But though, that being said, knowing that APG completely took them apart in Overpass, that would also possibly be a bit of a tough one. Did they take them apart? I believe so, they did.
Yeah, it was. But unfortunately now 5v3 favoring Flipside, and yeah, as you say, I mean, if it had gone to Overpass, it would have been interesting. We're still early days yet. You never know. VNR might be able to still get a couple of rounds. Yeah, if they're able to walk away with 5, I think they'll actually be happy versus this Flipside defense, because has been a rock of a defense at the moment.
Yeah, well, we see Conspiracy coming out the bottom side area and locks them down. Kron actually getting the last frag there, but still irrelevant. It's 9-3 right now and looking very good for the Flipside team. VNR's focus, 5 rounds, like you said.
Yeah, I think we should use that word that doesn't exist, irregardless.
Irregardless, irrespective, irregardless.
Well, no,
and
if
all.
you say irregardless, it really means doesn't mean anything because it cancels itself out.
Yeah,
So many people say that though.
it's like a double negative.
But anyway, we got 5 AKs on the side of VNR, yeah, and they've got a chance in this. It definitely need to get the next 2 or 3 rounds to actually have a chance, and look like early mid sort of presence coming out for them, looking towards the B side and getting shut down.
Oh, well, Avon just sitting there, just picking up the frags like it's a delivery, you know. They're not even focused on him whatsoever, and we'll see also Zipzip coming in from the A side with the AWP, just applying the additional pressure. I think no one was checking the right side there for VNR. That was their primary mistake right there.
Yeah, what's interesting for VNI here is I think it's unfamiliarity with the map coming out, because they're not smoking off that window, which is a pretty standard thing to do. You'll see most teams will smoke it or re-smoke it at least twice in a round. So
Yeah.
don't see that coming out for them. No smoking into connector either to block off that crossfire towards Cat, and I just think it's a symptom of not being too familiar with the smokes and the executes on this map, because the way they're playing, they just seem to sort of pick a site, sit and wait, and then go. And it's not really working for them at the moment. In fact, we might be seeing the very first sort of standard A execute actually coming out from them now.
Well, they're going to have to do something if they want to keep 5 rounds to their name. And that is something that they really need to do. We see Kempachi right up top here. So obviously he's playing the entry here for, or maybe even the lurk position really for VNR right now. But
I think he's actually just holding the ramp here because the guys are setting up with smoke. So it's a smart play.
well, I was just looking.
Out there.
I was looking at just the previous positioning that he was doing earlier on. It did look like he was playing a little bit of a lurk/entry position. See if he can make it count. He does come in towards the side. He goes for the frag shot, but doesn't get him. Well, not doing some heavy work right now. We also see Krios coming in from behind, which is something that is not really needed, as Zipzip, you know, makes the effort there with the AWP, picks up the 2K, and well,
total shutdown. Unfortunately for them, again, the whole scenario where Flipside are able to get all the information on the other side of the map, figure out that they're not there and that they're going to come into A, and they're literally running into a meat grinder every time. It's getting a little bit silly for them. They're not seemingly realizing what's actually happening, unfortunately for them. If they're going to go for an execute, you need to go early, you know, so that the guys can't actually get that information, or you need to play a default and then execute from there, and we're not really seeing that. Whereas on Cash they were quite dynamic here. They're being quite static and passive, and
yeah, well, look,
difficult for themselves.
that's the thing. I think it was. I think it could be a little bit of a psychological thing that they didn't actually beat Flipside on cash. If they did, they would have had a little bit more of a fight back, knowing that there's a third potential round waiting for them. But that being said, they are moving in towards the A side area now, trying to get the frags. Nice little sneaky play from Cruz here. Kempachi, obviously the first one moving in towards the sites, and he was the first one to get the frag. He'll get the bomb down as well. And potentially not going to work out too well for Nod, but Kempachi responding there. So it's Cruz and Kempachi against Krons and Zipzip. One with the AWP M4 against 2 AKs. Oh, look at this. 1 for 1. Now it's Zipzip with the AWP. Not the best thing to have. It's going to have to be like... Oh, not going to work for him. Sneaky
Crucial
though.
round there for Kenpachi actually clutching that out and getting four rounds, and it is possible. I mean, it has happened many times before in this map, so
Yes.
absolutely crucial that they actually got that round. And yeah, still looking pretty bleak. Vienna are gonna have to take this pistol round and probably the subsequent 2 rounds to actually make it possible. But yeah, right now Flipside actually looking pretty much in command.
Yep, they do, and I think it's going to be one mammoth task right now for you guys at VNR. We've got a number of them, Kimpachi and Nod, looking at that A-side area, so we want to keep a close eye. And here we go, A-side breach here now from F3. Do we see a bit of a response? No, not really. Flipside picking up the frags very quickly, going all over the place. No response really from Vienna. Ooh, a hard dink on Bollocks there as well. He's going to back off, and bomb already down with Shaz. Anyone close by sitting on this ladder side? Can she maybe clutch?
Bit of an impossible situation for her at the moment. Flurry of kills just coming in there and absolutely shutting out Vienna, and now F3 looking in an extremely good position.
Oh, they got the pistol round first off. That's potentially another 3 rounds to their score, yeah? Which will leave them at...
with Shaz, and I think they're going to take it down pretty quickly, and that's all she wrote. All 5 staying alive on the Flipside side, and 12-4.
Yeah, look, I mean, now they've only got 2 rounds left here, so... Well, 2 potential rounds that would go in favor for Flipside here, which will bring them up to 14-4 before Vienna actually start to respond back with any sort of kind of buy-up or anything like that. And that's a little too late. I mean...
Yeah, difficult situation for Vienna. I mean, they're actually in a double save situation. They might have actually looked to force buy just to try to normalize things, because they really don't have the rounds in hand yet to actually have a protracted fight here with the Flipside guys.
Well, Nod gathering some intel there, obviously letting his team know he spotted one in towards that A-side area. Look at Cruz here, sneakily looking through that gap, getting himself one there. Now, Nod obviously setting up a little bit of a crossfire. Same with Shaz from the short side, so she might have to just maybe move in towards that room to maybe take them on. And now it's a change of pace right here for Flipside. Moving in towards the B-side area here. This is going to be difficult here for Bollocks. He's the only one in sight. Does get taken down. Oh, there is a bit of a rotation coming in, though, from Cruz. But he doesn't really add any value towards that retake there. Bomb will go down, and Kimpachi is the last one here. So, as expected, see if he can maybe clutch with the USPS. I don't think it's really the case, but still...
No, just clutching at straws, unfortunately, not able to actually do too much. And 13-4 now to Flipside, and Flipside looking in a commanding lead and looking to just shut this out. And Vienna are still in the safe situation. They don't have much money, and they don't have much rounds. I mean, 2 rounds away from match point potentially for Flipside. So only some upgraded pistols on the side of Vienna, and they're going to hope to actually make something happen here. But the SMGs on the side of Flipside are going to do some serious damage against that lack of armor on Vienna.
Yeah, well, lack of armor, there is no armor. But a little bit of a A-side here. Nice little pick there from Zipsit now. No real response at the moment from Vienna. Finally, Cruz comes in with the 5-7, and then 2 quick frags in concession. They know.
They're just not quite working out.
They knew that Cruz is there. And Avon will just quickly pop him off there. Easy peasy, 14-4, and this looks like to be a Flipside game on the end of it. Best of 3.
It's a shame after the whole overtime sort of scenario of the last map, but we see the buy coming out from Vienna, and they absolutely have to 100% get this round and many rounds beside it to actually bring this back, because right now staring down the barrel of a gun, and the gun has Flipside's name on it.
Yep, nice little entry frag for Avon here, and we see Kenpachi having to respond back here, hopefully with the 2K. No, it's not really kind of working at the moment. He's under a lot of pressure. He manages to get the one. He won't get the other one. Gets burnt out there. But
Flipside, the window jump absolutely catching him out there.
Cruz did not expect that window jump. F3 are just all on top of everyone right now. We've got Bollocks coming in with the M4A4. No,
He's going to look to save. There's no way that he can take this.
Oh, that's that crucial round that they should have actually applied a lot of pressure on. Not doing so well. 4 for 18, but obviously, I think that's just a matter of his position in this on this map. It's not really the entry.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at the scores, not really kind of only sitting on 4 and 18 deaths, so not great. And Shaz 6 and 16, and she was a really great performer on the previous map, and it's just not really showing enough for the team. But unfortunately, nobody with a positive KD on the side of VNI here. Whereas Flipside, you got Zip and Conspiracy both on 20, really carrying their team with Kron on 17, Avon on 18, and Krios on 8. But now match point, and that's actually 11 match points going towards Flipside. And a very, very weak back coming out from VNR. So this could be all she wrote.
Pretty much.
She wrote, considering these days, kids use email.
Yeah, that saying is actually gets used quite a bit by our other fellow caster, Lewis.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
He says that quite a bit. All she wrote. But anyway, back to the game here. We see the bomb moving in slowly towards the A side area. Bit of a stack coming out, of course. You can see though that there's not much of a supply of weapons actually. This quasi-buy
setting up for a bit of an A take, yeah, and yeah, the smoke's raining in, and in they go, standard A take coming out.
Let's see if VNR can shut it down. I think just to keep their hopes alive right now, but it's looking very dim. Krios with the entry frag, of course, and we've got all the rest of them in towards the side.
Through the smoke now.
Haven also just getting himself the bomb plant nod, finally responding with the frag there, but a little too late in my opinion, unless we see a bit of a clutch. I don't think it's going to happen.
Not on 1 HP, and wow, just a flurry of kills and shutting it down. 16-14 to Flipside, and well played to them.
Yeah, it was a very good game from Flipside actually. On the end there, they just looked stupidly strong. And unfortunately, there's nothing much they can really do about it, the VNR team, be it that it is Flipside's main map. And I think they've done like really well. There's nothing more that can come from that. I think the cash game was the close one, and it's just a bit unfortunate for the VNR team to actually not win it and give us a third and final map. But still, I think they've got a lot of homework to do, and some good plays that came out there from VNR, and then of course both from Flipside. Expected Flipside to take it, but that cash result doesn't look too good for them actually going forward, eh?
What, for Flipside?
Yeah, for Flipside.
Well, it wasn't their map pick, so it's maybe not a map that they have too much familiarity on. But the fact that they won it against VNR, who are known to play that map, I recall playing VNR on that map in the past a couple of times. In fact, actually, it was a map I played as a warm-up at DGC last year against them as well. And I mean, I know they favor that, so perhaps not Flipside's choice, but able to still take it anyway, considering they were in a very bad position at one point in that map. I think they were 4 rounds down, and they managed to actually bring it back to overtime. So
yeah,
consolidating their position at the top of the log at the moment. They actually should sit about 4 points clear of Bravado and on second place, depending on the results of the other matches tonight. But Flipside looking very strong on Mirage, and actually not allowing VNR even a look in. But from VNR side, it looked a little bit aimless, and unfortunately for them, not really setting up any proper executes on their T side, playing very passively, giving up a lot of map control. And unfortunately on a map like Mirage, if you don't assert your dominance on the map and actually with your defaults take map control, then it's very easy for the CT side to rotate, because there's no risk in the rotates on Mirage. You can rotate through CT spawn and not get shot at, and other maps the rotates are a lot more risky, but on this map it's quite easy for the counter terrorists to actually move around depending on where they know you are, and just VNR giving all that map knowledge, all that map control to F3 and F3, making them pay big style.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, just something that VNR just needs to do, like on Mirage, even though it's not their map, they just really have to go practice it a little bit, get some plays out there, get some better positioning, in my opinion, on breaches. You know,
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
well,
sort out
I'm
the
sure they
team.
realised that as well after
Yeah,
after
no, of
tonight.
course. But I mean, like, sort of the team, like to say who's actually the entry fragger there, because I couldn't even spot it, nor could you. Like, I kind of gathered that Kempachi was a bit of an entry fragger in that sort of situation, and maybe the lurk, but still, I mean, there was.
Well, I mean, if you look at their setup on cash, they had a very fluid sort of setup as to who was doing what. I don't think looking at the team that they specifically have one person who's always the entry, and that's
Yeah,
that's a traditional way of playing Counter Strike, but it's not necessarily it's not the way they were doing it isn't really wrong to actually have it where somebody's depending on the situation and the side of the map switching up who the entry is. But on Mirage, as you say, it was very difficult to see who was doing what. They were just kind of stacking up in those B apartments, sitting and waiting for half the round and then going, and by that point they were just basically running into waiting guns from F3. So really not great from them. The CT side as well also decimated pretty quickly. So not a lot of positives for them to take out of Mirage. But on the other hand, Cash, lots of positives there. They played really well, especially Bollocks. I mean, with that ace, that's got
oh,
to be a
that was
highlight
amazing.
video up on YouTube hopefully soon, and for the guys on the CS:GO South Africa group to look at, because I mean that was incredible play from him, and unfortunately he didn't really feature too much on Mirage. Of course, if we talk about Flipside, they march on, they're at the top of the log, and who would have said a few weeks ago that they'd be fighting with Bravado for the top of the log position right now?
Yeah, no one really. But also the other game this evening, Aperture versus DC. That's also another one that I'm hoping to get some results on in the next coming the next coming moments. Also, we've got Carbon versus XTC. That was also the other match that was played this evening. I believe Aperture and Carbon were probably most likely the victorious teams out of that one, unless there was a bit of an upset that came through from Damage Control or from XTC. Damage Control, definitely a team that can upset, I believe.
Yeah, a strong team, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's going to be quite a close game. It's a game that was hopefully would have been covered by the likes of Anthrax and Voodaloo this evening, but unfortunately they couldn't make it. But we brought you guys the Flipside versus Veneration game, and just take the time to follow us on Twitter, myself, Burning Red, and of course Extremes. We also partaking in a lot more casts internationally. We cast the DreamHack Tours
Yeah, that was
match
great yesterday.
yesterday.
In fact, we're famous now, guys. We're world famous. We cast the DreamHack EU minor and Tours France, and did Hellraisers versus the CS:GO Lounge, and it was a great game. You can check out the VOD, and it was a great cast because we're awesome. It's just how it is, guys.
Yep. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. We will discuss this next game a little bit further, and obviously the Masters and the Premier League a little bit further at the next game. Hopefully, we'll have a camera set up. Maybe we can do a camera call or something like that to actually show some face. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for a fantastic evening. Once again, Mike, thank you very much for tuning in. It's been always a pleasure having you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and it's great to cast CS:GO in South Africa because there's some great talent, some great games, and it deserves coverage. So thanks guys for tuning in, and have a great evening.
Cheers, guys.